So why Manila is really a world-class city and the best city in the world.
Clearly you've never been to Singapore.
A lot of people look at Manila as not a first-class city and the Philippines as a third world country, and I beg to differ.
Jasper in the Philippines released a video some time ago stating that Manila is a world-class city and the greatest city in the world. I think this video highlights Jasper's complete lack of knowledge about the city of Manila, the Philippines in general, and other cities throughout the world. Now, I want to start off by saying that I personally live in BGC and I love it here. Even though it is more expensive than anywhere in the Philippines, it's still much cheaper to live here than almost every major city in the US. And it's true, the amenities here are very nice, but it is not an accurate representation of the city of Manila or the Philippines as a whole. Imagine a foreigner going to Billionaires Row in New York City and judging the entire city and country by their experience there. We would accuse them of living in a bubble and being completely out of touch with reality. And this is exactly what is happening with Jasper. So having said all that, we'll go ahead and watch this video and address some of the points that are being made here.
On that, to me, Manila has a lot of world-class amenities like you're looking at right now, and from a cost perspective and a friendliness and dating perspective is the #1 city in the world. I lived in Los Angeles, I've lived in Las Vegas, I've lived in many cities in the States.
When Jasper has a small amount of experience with something, he will list it by saying, I've done this, and many other things, or I've lived here, and many other places. It's to make it sound like he actually has more experience than he does, but he most likely, given the way that he phrases this all the time, he has lived in Los Angeles and Vegas, and that's probably it. He probably has not much experience outside of those two markets.
And I've been around the Philippines.
And at this point, Jasper's experience in the Philippines was extremely limited. He had been to Cebu for less than a month, which he complained and said it was too dirty for him and not good for expats. And he had been to BGC, Makati, and Boracay, which are some of the most, if not the most developed areas in the country.
And Manila is world class. Manila has buildings like this that are almost unmatched anywhere.
Almost unmatched anywhere. Again, Jasper is just displaying his ignorance of just about every major city in the world. Cities like Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia, Bangkok in Thailand, Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam, and Jakarta in Indonesia are examples just in Southeast Asia that have these same amenities.
Saunas, real deal infinity pools, top level gyms, Nobu restaurant around the corner.
It's become a meme at this point how often Jasper mentions the Nobu in Manila.
Amazing concerts. The list goes on and on and on and on. This is not this is certainly a developing country, and you have the most beautiful beach in the world, Boracay, rated by Condé Nast Traveler, most beautiful beach in Asia, or best beach in Asia, as well as Palawan. But Manila is really a special place if you actually look closely at it.
Look closely at it. That is something Jasper himself is not doing. Otherwise, he would see this, and this, and this, rather than depicting Manila as some sort of luxurious city.
And you're able to afford those nice areas like the BGCs and the Makatis, of course.
If you can afford it. Yeah, that's literally less than 1% of the population here.
If you just look at this swimming pool, these multiple pools, you got this lap pool, you got the infinity pool, you have another pool around the corner I'll show you in a second, and you have this deck over here with the fountains and a little lounging area. I mean, this is really, really world class. You know, this is really, really not what most people think of. when they envision the Philippines. This is a real deal building, and there are many more. You got the Trump, you got this.
You have the Trump and that. Oh, okay, because you were pretty much insinuating that you lived in the Trump recently, which you do not.
You got a million different buildings, but this one is special, guys. And Manila as a whole is a world-class city with extremely fine dining, amazing shopping options, and to live in this building for 500 American dollars in a penthouse with a sky deck on the 70th floor, you simply can't beat it.
I'm glad you brought this up, Jasper. Let's talk about this penthouse on the 70th floor for a minute. Okay, so in the building you just saw, these are examples of what you will get for roughly $500. I mean, these don't look bad, right? I mean, there's nothing wrong with these units. They're studios, but this is not what you think of when Jasper states that he's living in a penthouse, and he knows this, and that's why he will never actually turn the camera around and show you where he's living, because he knows that once you see it, you'll know that the way he portrays where he's living, it's much different. When people envision a penthouse, they aren't thinking, I will be cooking dinner right next to where I'm sleeping.
You can't even come close to it. You got great buildings in Thailand, but I just think Manila is paramount over that.
Why? Why would you even state that and not give any kind of reason as to why that's true? It's just so crazy to me that he's speaking about an entire city, but he's doing it from the inside of a condo. And that's the evidence he's giving of the city that he's describing. I'll let him, continue showing the amenities here. The amenities are nice. I mean, admittedly, it's not that I'm knocking the amenities. It's not that I'm knocking the building. It's not that I'm knocking the city. I just think it's a little disingenuous to describe a city while showing the inside pool of a condo of one of the richest parts of that city.
Manila is really on the rise, guys. People talk about infrastructure. We got plenty of infrastructure right here. This is not really a third world vibe we're feeling right here, guys, to be real with you.
Jasper speaks about infrastructure. I don't know if he understands what infrastructure is. It doesn't seem that way. I know Jasper doesn't have to deal with traffic to get to work every day, but if he did, he might have a different perspective on the infrastructure of the city. Manila literally has the highest population density out of any city in the entire world, and it has a lot of challenges in terms of infrastructure because of so many people within such a small area. He's also sitting, again, in this tiny bubble of the city, stating, wow, it's not really getting third world vibes here, guys. Look where you're at in comparison to 99% of the population around you. It's really just a total lack of awareness on his part to be saying this and talking about Manila as a whole in this way. And I just want to be clear here, I'm not knocking Jasper for, being able to enjoy this or showing the amenities of certain buildings and certain parts of the city. That's fine. I just think it's disingenuous or, ignorant of him to then go and say, oh, well, this is representative of Manila as a whole. I don't think that's an accurate representation. You are showing the very small minority of the city and then saying, oh, this is representative of the city, in which 99% of the population is not partaking in that type of lifestyle.
So at the end of the day, choice is yours. Definitely put this on your hit list of places to be if you haven't been here. If you haven't been here in a while, you might want to come check it out. In about the last 10 years, it's definitely sprouted some amazing amenities and buildings, and like I said, there's a Nobu restaurant here.
Nobu again. All that's missing is a Vikings buffet reference.
You have Spiral Buffet, you have Vikings Buffet.
There it is!
You have Wolfgang and BGC, you have Mango, you have a million different places. You have Club Xylo, you have Shangri-La, Grand Hyatt. It's the real deal Holyfield, guys. And you got my second home, the amazing beaches of Boracay, really about a 25-minute flight away. The airport, you can get there in a Grab for about $5 from here or BGC. So just something to put on your hit list and something to check out. This is my favorite city in the world, and the Philippines is my favorite country.
Jasper is able to say things confidently, but that does not mean that he knows what he's actually talking about. He can sell, the fact that, oh, I know this and I'm here, so I'm knowledgeable of it, but he does not actually know a lot of what he's talking about. And I've said this before in one of my previous videos. His business model is to get you interested in the Philippines. He wants you to see his lifestyle. He wants you to be interested in the country, and he wants you to ask for a consultation and pay him for it. This is what he's breadcrumbing you towards. This is his whole business model now, is to sell you on a lifestyle, make you interested, and then sell you a consultation. And this leads to him giving a false impression of what the country and the city of Manila is like. The more you think that he is living some luxurious lifestyle that you would like to be living, the more that you fall in love with this country, the more likely it is you'll pay him for a consultation. That is the end goal, not to get you the most accurate information, but to get you into his pipeline of paying him for his services.
Perhaps I'm biased, but I've been around, and this shits on LA and shits on Vegas from an overall perspective, and from a luxury perspective. It has it all. So like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and check out my live streams daily. Usually I start them around 9:30, but check out for those. Seems as though the notifications don't seem to be going out, so check out my lives. That's where I interact with my people, answer your questions, get to know my people if you want to join a little intimate live stream.
I do want to point out something kind of odd. Jasper has about 27,500 subscribers right now. That's been steadily and consistently going up. And since around maybe 12K, he's gotten 30 to 40 concurrent viewers on his live streams. Now, since then, 15K more subs or so, he still hasn't increased that count. And I just find that very weird. Normally you want about 1%. 1% of your subscribers in a live stream is seen as about normal. And for some reason, he can't even pull 0.2% of his subs. And there are a lot of the same people that have been in there since he was at 12,000. So I want to know who's subbing and who these new people are, because they don't ever seem to join his live streams. It just seems weird that a channel that's growing so quickly and consistently that there wouldn't be additional viewers in his live stream. So it's just very weird. And I'll close with this. So Jasper is currently doing a live stream saying that all of his haters were actually banned from his community. And one of my videos has 11,000 views on it, so that's quite a few people that he's banned, if that is the case. But I will say this, the reason this channel even exists, if Jasper could have an honest dialogue in his live stream chat or in the comments of his videos without removing you as soon as he, sees something that he dislikes because he has such thin skin that he can't handle it, if we could have that honest dialogue, if we could talk, he always says he's keeping it real in the Philippines, but honestly, if we could just have an honest dialogue about some of the information that he puts out or some of the things that he says that are incorrect, and then this channel wouldn't even come into existence. But he's so narcissistic that he can't handle that. I mean, he unbanned someone the other day from his community, and it became a North Korean style struggle session. He's on live stream having him, oh, did you say this? Well, if you said this, you need to apologize to this person and me right now. Did you say this? Did you say this? What do you think about Mary Rose? Do you think you said she was only a 4 or 5? What is she really? He pretends that he's sticking up for these women, but honestly, he's just trying to protect his own ego because he wants people to think that he can get attractive women. He said, oh, I saw you in someone else's channel. Oh, should I just ban you again right now? You support that person? Like, it's ridiculous. A 15-year-old girl in like her second year of high school, you might expect this kind of behavior from, but a 46-year-old man, it's pathetic. Anyways, I think I'll leave it there. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.